Hi all, in this video I'm going to share you guys some details which I forgot to mention in my render catch walkthrough video. So let's jump into this video. So the first thing is node catching. Node catching is a catching process for color tab and it is linked to the render catch. It is same as render catch but for the nodes. So catching nodes on the color tab, you can play back the video without any lag. The good thing about this node catching is that after you create a node catch and if you edit any other nodes after this catch node, then you won't need to do a re-render for the node you enable this node catching. And if you make any changes to this catch node or any node before this catch node, then you need to do a re-render for the node you enable this node catching. You can enable this node catching from the color tab, node viewers, select the node you need to enable this node catching, right click the node, choose node catch and set that to on. The auto option available on this node catching is used by smart mode. In smart mode, it will enable node catching for the nodes which got processor intensive tasks like noise reduction, motion blur, OFX plugin like so. So basically if your footage only got grades and some of this grade is causing lag for you, then you can use node catching on that grade to improve the playback. And another thing is that by using node catching, you can save up lot of space used by the render catch. As by enabling render catch will only render out the things that you enable render catch for. So if you enable render catch color output, it is going to render out the entire node structure. But if you enable this node catching for some of the nodes which is causing you lag, then it will only render out that nodes only. So it can save up lot of space consumed by this render catch. Next thing is that if your footage contain both fusion effects and color grade, then you need to enable both of these options, that is render catch color output, render catch fusion output. Then only you can enjoy the full benefit of render catch. Otherwise, if you enable render catch color output, it is going to only render out the color grade you applied to the clip. So the fusion effect is not rendered out. So that part will cause choppy playback. So you need to enable both these render catch output option. Also another thing, if your timeline got raw footage or any other footage with different codec causing choppy playback for a DaVinci Resolve without adding any fusion effect or color grade, then you can use render catch fusion output to improve the playback. Next thing is that if you are slowing down footage in DaVinci Resolve and you are using motion estimation method like enhanced better or speed warp, which is very processor intensive, then you need to use render catch color output to playback the clip without any lag. If you use render catch fusion output, as DaVinci is saying that retime effect can be rendered out using render catch fusion output. If you do that, it will only create the render catch from a source level, which I don't understand what that thing is. But I think it is like it's going to only render out the time data or the speed data. It is not rendering out the motion estimation data. So by enabling this render catch fusion output on retime clips, you can retime the clip without doing any re-render. But if you are using processor intensive motion estimation method on this clip, then you will still face this choppy playback because you are not rendering out this motion estimation data. You are rendering only the retime data. So use render catch color output to improve the playback experience. So to wrap everything up, in user mode, you will get lot of option for this catching. Simply put, it will be like if your footage got lot of fusion effect, you can enable render catch fusion output. If your footage got grade, a lot of processor intensive nodes, you can use node catching, or to simplify everything, you can just enable this render catch color output. And the next thing is that if your footage is slow-mo footage with the processor intensive motion estimation like speed warp or enhanced better, then you can use a render catch color output. And if your footage contain both fusion effect and color grade or the slow motion, then you need to enable both these options, render catch fusion output and render catch color output. So that's it. That's all about this video. I hope you guys find this video useful. If you do so, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.